Videos and vocals are good.
Hey,
Welcome, everybody.
yo, what's up? Except I'm
Hey!
Trey.
Yeah. Oh, man. You know,
I'll be Trey. You go ahead, buddy.
dude, I'm such an idiot. It's
Hey, you
alright.
got
Here.
this.
I got this. It's why I put you and me right next to each other's, because I gotta
We just
fucking
switch off and on.
change it every time. Alright, there we go. We're back.
Word.
We're
What
good.
up? Welcome, Internet,
Internet.
to this session that I should have been numbering from the beginning because I don't know what number it is. But welcome to this session of Arcanus Rebirth. I'll do a quick recap. Previous sessions, we fought off some nasty undead folks under the guise of Mr. Vandemar and Mr. Kroop. You met young Bobby, the Grung Ranger, and his remet and was reunited with Rig, the young boy that you met early on in the campaign. Now alone, not knowing where Mimsy or Valen, his chaperones, we'll say, protection are. You met Aelin and Cassian Eris, two half wood elf nobles of sorts from the continent or the region of Athos, an mostly elven kingdom that houses the Ingmar Academy of the Arcane Arts. With the heiresses, you were granted access to the Garden District, a more richer district of the city where the rich folk live typically. You had a couple of surprises in the forms of Haven's father being at the heiress's house when you arrived. A quick interaction, a quick reunion, and he was off to deal with matters and inform Haven's mother that he was within the city. After a brief hangout within the heiress's house, you headed into the Garden District for a tour. Met up with, you met one of the heiress's friends. Well, I don't remember her name in a minute. It was like a flowery name. One second. Pull up my notes. Their half friend who ran the shop, whose name will come to me in a second. You got the tour, and you I can't find a piece now. Anyways, you did some shopping, and you found a house where you discovered a Professor Yolani Fallonfoot resided in. After some shenanigans, you caught undetected, but you drew out a seemingly resurrected Mr. Vandemar and Yolani Fallonfoot into the doorway of the house where you recognized, where they specifically recognized him. After they retreated, you parted ways with the heiresses who said they would meet you in the Labyrinth Gardens. Met Lorgana, the owner of the Grand Flora Hotel, purchased some rooms, and left Merc with young Rig in the hotel for protection. You did some more shopping. You bought some evening wear for your party the next day. And you met up with the heiresses in the Labyrinth, where it's kind of a kegger situation. They were drinking, playing instruments, hanging out, and in quick succession, you discovered that the halfling that you had met was actually a changeling who was actually turned into a wereshark. And then you were attacked by a Triton and Yuan-Ti assassins who were after Havelock and his book. You defeated the wereshark, keeping her alive and dispatched all of the assassins. You, everyone except Merc is currently within the Labyrinth Gardens right now, standing over the corpses and the unconscious changeling who is now shrunk down back to their natural state. Havelock was, if I remember correctly, looking over the Triton for what he had on him. And I do have a few things for you, sir.
Yes, I was inspecting the body and looking for stuff.
Yes. So what I have for you is a couple of things. The first thing is what I had mentioned earlier. Just have to. That's the wrong one. Give me a second. I'm going to throw it into chat. There it is. You discovered a letter, which was instructions from your uncle Njord to seek you out within the city. I'm going to put it in handouts and dispose of you. And I'm sending that into handouts for you now, Flash.
Fine. Ooh, okay.
Oh.
I mean, pictures look. I mean, that's a spitting image, actually.
Yeah, right. So as you're looting the body, I'll tell you what else you get while you're reading it. What's everyone else doing right now? Eris, sorry, the heiresses are speaking with one another, making sure each other are okay after the fight. And the rest of their friends kind of scattered after the fight broke off.
Can I loot one of the assassins?
Sure, give me an investigation. Trey, did you have something?
Yeah, we kept one not like alive, right?
You kept the were shark alive.
Yeah. So I want to go over and cast snare. I'll just pull out some rope and like wrap it around his area, so if he tries to bolt,
yeah,
it's more difficult.
Easy enough.
What? What are you
I got
doing?
a 6.
What do you mean? What I'm doing? Isn't this what we're supposed to do?
Well, no, she's not going to go anywhere.
How do you know?
As I'm like covering her up with my cloak and like putting her head in my lap and be like, "Can you just trust me on this one?"
Fine.
You know them?
I don't really need to know them.
What do you mean?
Fair enough.
You don't need to
Bobby,
know.
what's your investigation check?
Shark.
A 6.
This is a shark on land. Listen, I've heard of sharks. No. Listen, I've heard of sharks. I've never heard of sharks that got feet. It's on land. This is kind of intimidating,
I
right?
look up from reading and I'm like, Trey, I just warned you about this the other night when I found the tooth. Were you not here?
That's what I'm saying.
I think that was earlier that day.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
right.
just trying. All right. I mean, listen,
I know it's not normal for land folk, but this
is
something
not normal ever. I don't think. But that's fine. That's fine. I will.
Okay, I will go back to reading my thing now.
I'll kill the components.
Bobby, you don't find anything in too particular. A scimitar and one carries a longbow, but nothing that seems of import on the one that you investigated. Hey, Havelock, a few other things that you find on this person's body.
Okay.
Their armor has a crest, a rune on it that is very specific to your people.
Yep.
It's scale mail armor in golden brass colors, very scaly and fish,
Okay.
All right, one moment. Okay. And the other thing is his scimitar. Very
Okay.
finely crafted with it has like spines on it. A little crude, but still very well made for a Triton design.
Okay. You said the scale mail had like a certain rune on it from.
Yeah. You'd have to do some kind of check to be able to see what kind it is, but you definitely see that on there.
Okay, I'll make note of it for
Pretty
later.
familiar. Cool. Cameron and Cassian will look to Ghost and say, "This it's been fun." Or you Vale now, right? You're in your natural form, or did you go back to Ghost? Because that fireball
Well,
took you.
I had been reverted during the fight.
That's right. But I think you hid
But then
yourself,
I
correct?
assumed Ghost's
Yeah.
form again.
That's right. Okay. So Cassian got this. This has not been fun. But are you all right? Are they all right? That's not our friend, is it?
No, I believe it is your friend.
Didn't look okay.
I mean, you're the one
I don't
that
know
brought
anything
us
right
down
now.
here. Didn't you know?
I
It
wait
was...
for a bit of light fun and drinking. Yes, I knew she was a halfling, but that doesn't look like a halfling.
It's a fucking shark, bro.
Will you think any differently of her now?
I don't know if she is her. We grew up. I mean, we've known her for a while now. She would visit. We were classmates at the school, and we've known each other for a few years. Never did anything like that.
At any point
Well,
during that time, did something change? Did she change? Was there anything different?
I'm not sure. It's always been pretty upbeat and annoyingly so.
No changes in personality, though, or anything like that.
We noticed, but we're not the best at reading people, I'll be honest.
Get out of here. I'm just gonna turn around. Just walking away.
Well, it's not a bad idea. If you need us, you know where we are.
just I have a feeling this is the friend that you have always known. Just maybe not as you've known. Try to reserve judgment.
I'll take your word on that. I guess we'll have a lot of questions if we see her again. All right. And they're gonna head out. So what are we doing?
What are we doing?
I'm going to cast a second level Wither and Bloom.
Okay.
And I'm going to choose not to wither.
Yes.
But instead just take the life from the plant life around us as needed to infuse it into our
You guys see
new
all around,
hopefully friend.
all around the plant life begins to just kind of curl up and blacken and die as you can kind of almost see the arcane energy infuse within this changeling's body, and you can see the breaths are deeper, less shallow. They're still unconscious right now. And you get a closer look. If you're looking, they'll again, I don't remember if I described them before, but like classic changeling look, long white ears, shorter white hair in their natural state. In like, I mean, you haven't met a lot of changelings, but very similar to yourself and Harlow. Somewhat thin. And I will say their clothes they had one of the shape-shifting shirts that you have, but that has completely been ripped off now and kind of torn to shreds. Their bag did fall off where they changed. Haven, what are you doing right now?
I think I'm gonna go over to Havelock, and. So, do you know this guy or what?
Yeah. And did we say that was my uncle or was it people he sent?
Yeah, he was sent by your uncle.
Yeah. So this was they were sent to kill me, actually. Here's the letter calling for my extermination, actually. It doesn't make a lot of sense to some people who don't know, but apparently there's something I wrote in my book that they don't want, and they want me out.
You have any idea what it could be?
I mean, it says so right here in the letter. It's actually I don't know why someone couldn't just, tell me to revoke that piece of information instead of one in my head. But I guess if you're in the mindset of, black and white, wow. I'm glad I got the tip off. Merc really helped me with being aware that this was going to happen, but I'm still looking like shaken up that this, reading the text over and over about how they need to find me and kill me and blah blah blah. And if you guys didn't see it, the sheet has like my exact face on it, so it's like you can't miss it.
Yeah, I'm gonna take the notice and I'll read through it. And
yeah, you can read all languages, right?
Yeah.
So pretty straightforward. It's very much. I hope this letter finds you. My nephew Havelock has irresponsibly authored a book detailing the Nautilus Kraken. This text contains sensitive information that threatens to expose the sacred resting place of Cyrenax. And I will say, Haven, you, Trey, and Vale have heard that name before.
Huh?
That was what the lady who was secretly with the Crimson Hand. When you had looked through their things, they had talked about a sea serpent called Cyrenax that they worshipped.
I'd like to, hook that one.
Puts two and two together that this Triton was also accompanied by Yuan T assassins. So somehow the Tritons and the Crimson Hand seem to be hand in hand together, as it were. Pretty much it goes on to say that they're tasked to a divine task of importance to eliminate Havelock and retrieve these texts so that the sacred resting place of Cyrenax is not disturbed before they can awaken him.
It's just easy, right? Like we, just write the secret resting place down, give them back the book, and they won't know.
No.
No, I don't think it's that easy. I mean, Haven has this knowledge, so I think they're gonna try to take him out no matter what. Or Havelock. Wow.
Third person camera pan.
Um,
Well, I mean, you have us, so we're
Yeah, but
as hell not gonna let them.
a sea serpent, these assassins. Are we?
So we can take out a god, right?
No,
The
absolutely not. I
problem. I was able to talk to them before, and I think Trey even saw I did a little speak with the dead and got more information.
You were talking to the sea serpent then?
No, I was talking to the assassin dude. Remember, you were really freaked out. I mean, I know you blocked it out, you're a kid and everything, but I was talking to the dead guy.
I remember that.
Questions.
I didn't black out during that. I mean, maybe some point in time during it, because who in their right mind wouldn't? I mean, come on, that's freaky,
so what he said was that they're just gonna keep coming, and however many people they've assigned to this task from their assassin guild or whatever, they're gonna continue trying to fulfill however much money that my uncle is going to pay them.
So your uncle's paying not only the people that follow this creature, but also the Crimson Hand.
If that group joined with the other group for conjoined force, I guess.
That's not good.
Oh, it's not.
No.
And all they gotta say is, can you just take that out of your book?
Hey.
I would have said yes instead of dying.
Why
We'll
is
do
there
it.
anything about who they're mentioning?
What's up, Frog Legs?
give me a history check.
Okay.
And by the way, I don't like where we are right now. Maybe we could go find Merc. We should probably let him know what he walked into, because that's only fair.
Yeah, we should head back.
Are you going to leave the bodies? Or are you gonna try to? I'm just curious if you're looting or you're anything like that.
We'll loot the bodies, but we'll leave them.
Can we push him into
So,
that? Like this was like one of those like bush mazes, right? Wasn't it? Am I wrong?
It was a labyrinth of garden labyrinth. Yes.
Yeah. Maybe we could just like push him in there. I'll get my special line out to tie him up so they look indescript as possible.
So you gather up everything. You get the changelings' belongings that were dropped. I'll say Haven. You pick up some of the other assassin that Bobby didn't investigate. You grab he had a long bow on him with a couple of red feathers on it. Oh shit. Okay.
I got a natural 20, by the way, for a 21.
Yes, you have heard of, for a natural 20, you have heard of the Crimson Hand. You don't know exactly where, but they typically reside closer to the southern west part of where you're from, near the coast of Daria is where they operate out of. And they are a group of assassins that are mainly Yuan Ti that worship a serpent god and take contract, and you got an natural 20. They take contracts for money. They're like hired assassins, but the money goes towards God, with the natural 20. A sea serpent is basically a type of dragon.
Mm-hmm.
And like most dragons, really appreciate treasure. So these assassins take on jobs, paying jobs, and bring the treasure back to wherever they operate from for their god, dragon, sea serpent, basically Cyrenax.
Yeah, sure.
And they are known to be hired out by various people. So you gather the changeling things, all the assassins, the longbow, and the bag that the changeling had. Do you take the armor, Flash, and the sword?
Yeah.
And then you have your letter. Great. You guys head out of the garden. Are we being stealthy, or are we just trying to be nonchalant about it?
Probably nonchalant. I feel like if we were trying to
Sure. So,
Well, I'm not going to leave.
Oh, your friend.
The other changeling.
I'm gonna walk over to Thale, and now that I'm thinking straight, do you want some help?
Yes.
Okay.
Please.
I'll pick her up and carry her wherever we're going.
I'm assuming you're heading back to the Grand Flora Hotel, where Rig and Merc are.
She's covered by my cloak.
Heard. The traversal there is easy enough. You make it back to the hotel, and out of the rooms downstairs in like the bistro lounge area, you can see Merc sitting on one of the larger chairs, and Rig sitting up at the bar at the bistro with like a cup of juice, just kind of silently sitting. Like he's talked Merc's ear off enough that he doesn't really know what else to say now. And Merc, he's just asked you as many questions as you're willing to answer about you and your life. Whether you tell him farce tales or you tell him the truth is for you, but...
Yeah, he would not. Yeah, I would tell him many stories.
Yes, exactly. Yes. You see your friends finally return with the body in hand. Lorgana doesn't seem to be around. She turned in for the night, left you guys down in the lobby to wait for your friends. And you see your friends come in with this cloak-covered body.
It's usually better when you hide the bodies versus bringing them back to...
Yeah, this one's not dead.
Much easier.
Not dead.
Just by all the blood.
A little triage. We have a spot. You have a spot.
I think you have 2 rooms?
Yeah.
3 rooms?
Yeah.
3 rooms, I think. 2 or 3. All right, either way.
All right, I'll lay her down. Do we want Thale? Thale, do you want a bed or you want floor? For this one. For this one.
I think you muted Lex.
Yeah, put her on the bed.
Okay.
You guys weren't followed, were you? I could run and peek out the door.
Give me a perception check.
All of a sudden.
Yeah, give me a perception check.
We definitely weren't. I was trailing.
I think we temporarily killed the people who would have been following us. So I'll put her on the bed gingerly.
16.
Don't seem like you were followed.
Shut the door and lock it.
So the changeling
you guys
is
get into.
Yeah.
Long story.
No, it's a long story.
Short, there was some a little shaken up, but there was some assassins after we actually went to go hang out. Here's a letter that you might be less surprised to read, and then we got this
What
one.
language is it in?
it is in Triton.
I don't know if you can read that or not.
But it does have a drawing of Havelock's face on it.
Do I know
and it
who the
says
Crimson? I
Havelock.
know who Crimson Hand is, right?
Yeah, you would have
Or
an
no?
idea
Or at
of
least,
who they are. No,
or at least
they're
I know they're assassins.
you would know
Or
of the
no?
group, but you may not know of details of them. But you know of the group, the Crimson Assassin, who are basically their hireable assassins, as far as you know.
My God, Havelock, you're my oldest friend. Can't be having them
So
taking you out.
yeah, my old uncle wants me dead, so that's great. Apparently something in my book was about his deity or whatever, and they
Can't relate.
hired some assassins to take me out, like we suspected because you did your homework. So appreciate that. Heads up, it was great. But I found out that they won't stop pursuing until they, this and take it home. So that's a problem. But now we've got this one who's unfortunately a were shark, and so we need to help them out somehow.
They were totally aware, Shark.
Wow, very eventful.
They
Yeah.
looked like a shark that had legs and arms.
That fits the bill.
I've never heard of it. It's freaky, and I still don't think we should trust it. Just saying.
Wise. Does it look mortal? Wounds look
Now that
mortal? Do we not have any healing?
They're
failed
stable.
I can heal it if you want to heal it, but
They are stable. They are still unconscious at the moment, but they are stable, and they're just
Who's
the
that?
exhaustion of transformation and fighting. They're just zonked out right now.
I will, upon Merc saying something about healing, I'll pull out a couple of my fish skins, my dehydrated fish. I'll kneel.
Salves.
Yeah, I'll like kneel down next to it and I just whisper a couple words that my mom probably recited to me when she taught me this,
Sure.
which are indescript right now.
Yeah.
And I'll cast Cure Wounds at first level on it.
See, you doing that? Marmalade jumps onto the bed and kind of like greets you, Vale. And then he kind of cocks his head curiously and looks at you and looks back down at the body on the bed.
It's 10 points of healing. I rolled a 7. And then I'm gonna back up like to a wall and just be at the ready because it's a fucking were shark. It was at some point.
Elle, what are you doing?
Take a
Bonnie?
seat on. I'm gonna take a seat on Todd. Just give him scooches.
Yeah. He kind of curls up and you're like laying on him while he's like curled up.
I mean, he is a little bit bigger than me, so.
Marmalade will continue to like sniff and like, it's a new one. You, Vale.
Can't just talk.
Oh shit!
Goodness
I forgot he was. Oh shit! I forgot he was new.
I look at the beer I'm drinking.
That is
I'm gonna look
Now.
at Marmalade, look at Merc, and be like, "Dude, what are you drinking? What?"
Meow.
Somebody must have slipped me something.
That's so funny.
Yeah, no, the cat talks.
Smells from and like kind of like muffins him. Does muffins on him and like smells familiar.
He's a new adventurer companion.
Dude, Merc's fucking awesome. Come on. I mean, you remember the first time where he was doing
no. He
I
smells
was
like.
talking about Bobby.
Oh.
No, he smells like sadness and booze, and he smells like the swamp. I'm talking about, and he like mittens the body on the bed.
Talking about frog legs.
Oh. This is, well, I'm not sure what their name is at this particular moment, but we'll find out. Thail's gonna drop form.
Sure. I recognize its smell. It just like goes around sniffing around its head.
Wait, you talking about Shark Boy?
Shark girl, right?
The shark girl.
It was that delivery girl, right?
Yes, it was a halfling.
Yeah.
She's
The one that
from
was
the bake shop.
Yeah.
Yeah, she was in the lobby chit chatting.
She's
What do we got
been
here?
talking to me. She told me to get bunch peaches.
Yes.
They were really good.
She was very nice. She showed us around. And then she drank something while we were all out with the twins. And it seems as though she lost control after that.
I think I'll take a walk if you're all good. If I'm all done babysitting, and he'll like go up onto the windowsill and sit and kind of like lick himself for a minute.
You were babysitting?
That's both of them.
Well,
Oh gosh.
more like you were keeping each other company.
Right. She was definitely following you. Sounds like. And then he'll just kind of like jump out the window and go down into the street.
She wasn't following us. She was showing us around. It was
Yeah.
no follow if she was the one.
She was quite nice until she turned, Shark.
My question is whether or not she drank something that changed her, or the tooth that I found was used on her at some point in time in the recent couple days that he came into town.
I suppose we'll have to wait until she wakes up to find out.
Right.
I think we all probably need a good night's rest.
Would Thail,
Sleep with that?
would you
thing in
be
here?
okay if I
No,
Is that a werewolf shark, right?
I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. I'm going another room.
Can I check to see if someone used the tooth on her? Or would
Sure.
that,
Give me a nature or medicine check.
nice, okay. I roll and then I look at it after it rolls. It's a 21.
Oh yeah, hell yeah. Oh, is that nature or medicine?
It was a nature check.
Okay. You know that there's no. It's hard because this is a shape shifter, and you guys did heal it. But you know that the lion shark that this disease comes from, it's kind of like a snake. It excretes a venom of sorts that does this transformation, and it could easily transfer to someone if consumed.
Okay.
Via drink or something like that.
If they took it off of, like, the saliva off of the teeth. Okay. Great. So we spike a drink with the tooth. Yeah, so Thail, it probably was either in the drink or consumed at some point in time. So the tooth that I found was used to make a drink and then discard it.
Okay, well, I think I have a spell to fix this. So, but I have to wait until morning because I need to prepare it.
Okay.
So why don't we all just get some rest and we'll see what there is to do in the morning.
I'm not trying to be offensive or anything, but should we tie this thing up? At least until we can understand it. Because I don't think we understand it. I don't understand it.
How about you tie us together.
Or
I don't
Hear
know
me
if I
out.
have that much rope.
Not
can
like
just
that, just our
put a
wrists
watch.
or something.
I'll take a watch and
Yeah,
and
yeah.
sit with her. I don't need a lot of sleep.
Watch. We don't need too much sleep.
Yeah, and
I don't
I can
know what you're
always
talking
I can.
about. I always can sleep.
Well, you're a
I
human, so
believe
it's
just
okay.
the elves don't need as much sleep.
You haughty elves, you think you're so much better than us, don't you?
Hey.
Long rest, 4 hours, baby.
Okay.
So who's taking first watch?
Me.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll take the second one.
Okay. I'm gonna want a third one too.
I'll take third.
I'll take it.
Or,
Okay.
actually, that'll work.
I don't. We need a third watch because
We both
Hey,
pull in
watch,
4.
It's pretty late. It's pretty late actually. So yes, 2 watches is probably gonna be enough until morning if I'm being honest. So that makes sense.
4 hours.
Alright.
I'm gonna check
lock.
the windows before I go to bed.
Yep.
And
Sure.
make sure one more time that there's no suspicious figures.
You want me to set
Lurking
an
about.
alarm so if someone comes around that window?
Yes, I do. Yes, I
Okay.
do. Wherever we think would be the
maybe
most.
That might be the way that Marmalade comes back in.
Oh,
Good. Keep it
Like-
closed.
I think it's-
I'm gonna go to the
where
other
that
room.
thing's at.
Maybe just in the
could
bar by
I?
the
Could I
Alright.
not?
Trey's in one room as everyone else. Are we splitting rooms or is everyone else kind of hunkering down here?
Well, I will stay in this room. I will sleep on the bed with our new friend.
Sure.
So I'll hunker down
I'm
here
assuming-
and put that alarm on this door or the window in this room.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Yeah.
I'll take some vines, I guess, and just
Sure,
go
sure,
around
sure.
the windows and the doors and just
Easy enough to do.
kind of say
Alright.
some stuff.
As you guys lay your head to sleep, Haven, you enter your trance. And Havelock, I need you to give me a perception check.
All right.
The first
Wow,
time in
okay.
life I've had a room to myself.
The last time I'm just gonna say, remember the last time you were in a room by yourself?
Oh wait, it's not the first time. Fuck.
Okay, anyways.
Okay, I rolled a 19 for a grand total of 26.
I'm gonna get back to that and tell
Okay.
you what you see in a minute. But first, Haven. As you close your eyes, Andy, you can big screen my screen if you want in a minute. As you close your eyes, Haven, and drift into the realm of dreams as you do when you meditate, the familiar landscape of your childhood emerges. Sorry, my brain. The familiar landscape of your childhood emerges from the mist. The arid expanse of Cytera stretches before you. Yes, soon. Golden dunes undulating under the searing sun. You stand between your parents.
Aw.
Their presence warm and comforting. Your father, his voice a gentle murmur, points towards the horizon where the Nimloth tree stands. Its silvery leaves glistening like a beacon, your mother's laughter mingles with the desert winds as you walk together. The weight of the world is absent in these precious moments. The scene shifts seamlessly as you approach the base of the Nimloth tree. An ancient symbol of your people's enduring spirit. Here, once a year, your kin partake of its sacred fruit, halting the relentless march of time. The air is thick with reverence and a sense of timeless tradition. Yet, as you reach out to touch the tree, a chill runs down your spine. The sky darkens, the wind grows fierce, and the storm brews with unnatural speed. Before you, a magical gate materializes on a distant wall, its surface swirling with arcane energy. As it creaks open, your heart pounds in your chest. Your parents stand before you, but their flesh melts away, revealing skeletal forms that reach out, their empty eye sockets silently pleading. Your voice fails you, trapped in your throat, as the gate's power overwhelms the scene. In a sudden, disorienting shift, you find yourself soaring through a beautiful sky. The air is cool, and below you stretches a vast, verdant garden. Off mic, please. Dominating the landscape is an enormous tree, its branches reaching out to the heavens, exuding an aura of divine strength. As you fly, another figure appears beside you. Calabar, his pale skin and bald head unmistakable from the last two encounters that you had with him. The two of you are in a locked in a race, pursuing a dazzling purple gem that streaks through the air. You push yourself harder, your hand outstretched, and your fingers close around the gem. But as you do, Calabar grabs your hand, and an electric shock courses through your body. The world around you blurs, and you both begin to plummet. Flashes of memories assault your mind. You see Calabar and a celestial woman. So I'm saying this again. With white hair and blue eyes, her visage ethereal and serene. The scenes of them capturing the souls of ancient dragons flicker before you. Emerald, topaz, amethyst, crystal. Their struggles and final entrapment vivid and haunting. The sapphire dragon, however, goes peacefully, a stark contrast to his brethren. The vision shifts once more. Calabar and the celestial woman stand before a massive gate of metal and stone inscribed with ancient runes. The dragon shards are meticulously placed within an arcane circle, and you watch in horror as Calabar completes this dark ritual, sacrificing the celestial woman, stabbing her in the back, using her blood to seal the gate leading to the plains beyond. The gate closes with a finality that echoes within your soul. Block, if you're there. I'm not sure if he is. I'm gonna say let's go to break, and then we'll come back to what he sees.
Oh my god, I gotta turn my mic on for that shit.
That is
What?
wild. Holy crap.
I
Holy
just got chills, man.
oh boy. Woo! Alright.
I had that set up for last week, but we never got to it.
Oh my god, that's so awesome. Oh.
There we go. Hey, and you'll catch more. Stay with us. We'll be back in 10 or 15. Bam, muted. vocals 1, vocals 2, and we're good.
Okay, well, welcome back.
Welcome back.
So Haven, that's the dream that you experience. During the waking hours. What did you roll for perception again, Flash?
Oh, it was like a 26.
Right. You see, in this moment, Haven is in his trance. This is his meditation, and
Always
from
thought his pose was weird.
from Vale's bag, you hear from the bed, you hear a thump on the floor. The sound of like heavy glass in floor. And then as you look, you see rolling across the floor is the Titan's eye. As it leaps into Haven's hands. And he begins like somewhat violently thrashing around, very like Pippin with the crystal ball from Lord of the Rings. I can't remember what that thing's called, the plant there or whatever. And he's like rolling around with like his eyes are rolled in the back of his head, and eventually enough noise happens that Vale, you're woken up, and Bobby and Merc also awaken to see Haven kind of thrashing with the Titan's eye in his hands.
I'm gonna try and wake him.
It takes a little while. Nothing. You don't get an immediate response.
Okay.
I'm gonna kick
Try to
the
grab
thing
the orb. Here.
out of his hand.
Hold him steady. Or try to.
Okay.
Give me a grapple check.
And I'm gonna try to grab the orb from him.
Sure. Haven, give me a contested strength roll for this grapple.
I gotta
Good thing I'm really bad at those.
That's good.
So am I. It's fine.
Oh no. That's a natural 18
Oh no.
or a 17.
And I got a 15, straight 15.
Havelock, what was yours?
It was a 12.
So you guys are trying to hold Haven down and grab the Titan's eye out of him as he's like thrashing around on the ground. And I would say after like 5 minutes go by, Haven, you drop the orb, and Vale and Havelock, Merc, and Bobby, give me perception checks as it drops.
Oh, okay, cool. I got a 24.
Okay, sweet.
21.
Damn. Bobby? Merc?
Sorry, can you guys not hear me?
I couldn't hear you.
Oh,
Fair
sorry. 23. I rolled a 19 plus 4.
Damn. Bobby, if you hit a 20-something, then we're good. What do you roll for perception, Bobby?
He's muted.
You didn't
You
roll.
muted, dude.
You're muted, buddy.
25. I thought.
Jesus.
Hear me.
You all
Holy
see
shit.
this. You all see this. He drops, and the Titan's eye goes down, and just before it hits the floor, it stops. And then just gingerly like places itself on the ground and kind of rolls.
Right, I'm going to
Ugh.
take the piece of cloth that I had wrapped it in before.
Sure.
Because I assume that fell out of the bag with it.
Yeah, it rolled right out.
Yeah, and I'm going to pick it up again and put it back in the bag. And this time I'm going to draw the bag shut and tie it.
Sure.
Good call. Good call.
And even at this moment is when you wake up. I'll say Trey from across the room, you probably heard all this shit.
I'm just gonna go back to bed. They're fine.
Okay.
That's
Thanks,
fantastic.
Trey. That's awesome.
Oh. Good morning.
Hey, how was that dream?
Yeah.
Sneaking suspicion it was quite epic.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Did I wake you guys?
To put it lightly, the orb came then you grabbed it and you were convulsing on the floor a little bit. Couldn't stop whatever happened.
I look at the orb, and does it look like?
You'll have to take it from Fail. She's locked it up tight.
In the bag.
Yeah, I have put the orb away in my bag, but this time I tied my bag closed.
Could you, not touching it, but I see the orb real quick.
I suppose, and I'll untie the bag and open it and make sure that I'm grabbing the handkerchief
Sure.
around it.
You
and
look in
lifting
there.
it out that way.
And you can see the sapphire orb with the eye like faintly glowing inside of it with a bit of a storm brewing.
Does this orb match any of the gems that I saw Calabar use vision?
Absolutely. It matches the one that you saw when he was capturing the sapphire dragon.
Yeah. And what about thinking back to when I first got this purple amethyst gem in my hand? Does that seem...
Looks nothing like those.
Okay. Thank you, Theo. Put it away. I think we need to track down Calabar. I had a vision. He's someone that killed Havelock. Tried to kill the rest of us. Bad guy. Very, very bad guy.
I thought that was a wolf.
But that was the what?
The wolf killed Havelock.
Havelock died when...
Oh, you guys were fighting the crazed man with the purple gem in his head, and Havelock went into the purple energy and disintegrated.
Oh.
I've fought him twice now.
That individual, yes, the madman with the purple gem. Okay.
I just had really strange vision with him in it, and the Titan's eye is related to it.
Okay. This time when I wrapped the eye up, I'm going to tie the handkerchief at the corners around it. Securely, double knots, and then put it in the bag, drawstring close, and then tie that with the most complicated knot that Fail knows.
Sure.
Okay, can I get some backstory here? Because I have no idea what you guys are talking about.
Yeah. So way back when we've seen some shit. Way back when we first kind of became a group, we ran into an individual who kind of nuts and crazy. Havelock perished during that fight. There was this amethyst energy that kind of disintegrated him.
Don't worry, he came back. I mean,
obviously. Right. And then throughout our journeys, we've kind of been getting weird details about Dragonborns and their kind of cult of raising back dragon gods, almost. And I have a very strong feeling that Calabar is tied to this after what just happened. I think we need to fight him.
Totally makes sense.
Right.
Right. No, there's a lot more that we can discuss, but I don't know. This the deity in a vision. Do I recognize them? Is it from like a pantheon or from a religion or?
Oh, give me a religion or history check. This is a pretty old one, so that'll be pretty good.
Religion or history?
I thought Chance said, "Did I take DMT, or did I have a vision?"
That's a 23.
Yeah. Okay. Religion or history?
That was, I think, history.
Okay. So, way back, thousands of years ago, from the stories that you've been told, before your people were cursed by the Raven Queen, or blessed, however you want to look at it. The gods and other planar beings could walk the earth. This resulted in a 23 a war of sorts between the material plane and the elemental planes. And there was these beings who were basically the first dragons, that were referred to as the Dragon Lords. It was one of, and as you're remembering this, you're matching it up with some of the things you saw in your dream. There was a sapphire dragon lord, a amethyst, a crystal, a topaz. Actually, and I'll even with the 23, I'll say you have the amethyst was a dragon of force and gravity. The Emerald Dragon Lord was known for his great mind and his telepathic abilities. The Topaz Dragon was a being of almost pure necrotic energy. The Crystal, on the other end of the spectrum, was a Radiant Dragon. And the Sapphire was a dragon of thunder and storms. And these were there's rumored to be the gods of the dragons or the origin of dragons, but they ruled. And then during this war, a group of some people, powerful people, put up something called the Gates Eternal that closed off all other planes to the material plane. And planar travel is no longer possible after these gates were erected. And the Dragon Lords were never seen after those gates were put up. And I would say with your really good roll, that's pretty deep cut history that not a lot of people know.
Yeah. And this may be reaching, but the sea serpent that Havelock's people, are calling a deity.
Yeah.
That's not one of them, right? It doesn't like.
It doesn't. It sounds like there's a sleeping snake serpent somewhere, but it doesn't sound like they're calling it a god. I don't know if you would associate it with actually being a god. Like like anyone would worship a dragon. You know what I mean?
Right. Okay. I think we should, as soon as we can, get out of this town and go after Calabar. I think things are being set in motion. I think that I was shown this vision for a reason. I don't know if he's in league with the Dragonborns, if to resurrect these dragon gods.
I would like to clarify, because I don't think I was clear when I was describing it, because I was very into my narration, that your POV during this dream was from Calabar's point of view.
Oh, okay. Okay, that makes sense. I gotcha.
It almost seemed like Calabar's memories that you were living.
Okay, and he was the one that was kind of putting up, sealing them away, and
Him and a celestial-looking woman.
okay. So I will kind of reiterate that to the group that Calabar was, from my vision, that he sealed these Dragon Lords away, and now that we've kind of been getting talks of Dragonborns to, about these dragon artifacts and the dragon gods and stuff, and it's just it all seems very connected. I don't know what to do with all this information. I don't know what our next goal should be. I don't know. I think finding Calabar, we might get answers, but at the same time, he was pretty crazy last time we saw him. Maybe that changed. I don't know.
I think maybe finding Calabar and taking him down should be our goal at this point. It seems to me that from what you've said and what we've witnessed, that he might be at the epicenter of everything that's happening.
But I also, I agree with you, and I would want nothing more to take him down. But if he really is the one that sealed away these dragons to begin with, and now we're trying to unseal them, we might need him. I think no matter what, we need to find him. But we need more answers. Well,
I wonder where we'll find those answers.
yeah, that's tomorrow at the party. The party's tomorrow, right? Yeah. I'm gonna try to talk to my father on some of this. He might know some things. Maybe I can get a better understanding of why people are here. And I think we go from there. But
For now, how about we finish getting some rest?
yeah. Let's head back to sleep. Sorry for waking you guys. Hey, Vlok, you can pass out. I got it from here.
How far into the night did we actually get?
You got pretty much throughout your meditation. I would say that was at the end of your rest, his rest.
Okay. Yeah, just don't let it bite you if it wakes up and changes, okay?
Yeah, okay.
Okay, cool. I'm gonna go have a nightmare now. All this talk about the dude that I was locked away.
Yeah, I know. We cut Trey. That whole, like you said, that whole thing woke you up. You kind of brush it off and you roll over.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna say with your passive perception, Bobby, you're a little too busy with everything going on to notice because there's so much going on in your room. You hear in the distance the roar, a familiar roar of a dragon outside.
I'm gonna get out, grab my bow, rub the sleep out of my eyes. And do I have a window in my room?
You do have a window in here.
Can I see in that direction, or do I have to wake up?
No, you can pretty much. Your bed's right next to the window. Okay. This is why you can hear it so well. It's pretty distant off.
Yeah, I'll just spin out, grab my bow.
What you can see from your room, the garden district is much dimmer at night. There's now less candle lights in the street. Street lamps lit and whatnot. And you can see several of those smaller Dragonel riders flying overhead coming from the north,
Coming from the north. Hold on.
which would have been the same direction that you guys had been. You saw those squads of draconians
All right, hold on.
flying towards not the castle, but an area up in the upper Tart Hills near the castle. And you see them, and you see them fly off till you can't see them anymore, and they're coming as quiet as possible, but you're able to pick it up, and they land up in the upper mountain hill of the castle.
Is it like? How do I say this? Are they flying like in attack formation, or is it not?
They are nonchalant gliding in and landing.
Okay, Goofy style, or probably Kramer style. Yeah. I will exit my door and go to across the hall. And be like,
the door just goes open and you come in. The alarm goes off and wakes you up.
Yeah, and I'll start. Hey, who hey, Vlog? Is how much?
Haven's how much?
Hey. Oh. All right, I gotta approach this differently. Listen. Come here.
Okay, I'm gonna.
They're fine.
Keep the door open.
They're fine. Merc's here. They're fine. He's experienced. What do you want? Come here. I would just like bring him back and point him to the north and see if we can still see them descending.
Yeah, if you grab them quick enough,
I would try to.
See
I would also.
You can just see them landing up on the upper part of where the garden district goes up on a hill, basically up, not a mountain per se, but a very large cliff face, going upward with the road, and they land up in like the courtyard somewhere up there.
Did you see that? That's not
it's
good.
Just a few of them, like 4 of the, and again, these are not big dragons. These are those smaller dragonelle, like what that you guys saw before.
I don't think size really matters right now. This isn't I'm glad that you were the one taking watch because you have experience in this.
Yeah, I mean, not in. Sure. That's not good.
I don't think so.
But
I don't think so. It was, jeez. Oh, where's those peaches? I'm gonna run over and grab a peach and start. No, seriously though. I mean, they were the ones that.
Yeah.
That we saw, outside.
They're the ones that were trying to kill us.
Yeah.
I'm assuming.
So. And we know the guy, right? What was his?
Is he a Minotaur?
Yeah.
Nikolai, yeah.
And man.
Yeah, no, I gotcha. We're definitely going to.
We're gonna need some rations, cause we need to run the fuck away.
Oh no, we're not going anywhere yet.
Okay.
We need to investigate, get some answers, and we missed a lot. That just happened about an hour ago.
An hour ago.
I'll fill you in.
An hour ago, I was on the Riverbrook, and I was catching some carp, and it was just awesome. And then I heard the sound, and the sound reminded me of the sound from before, and man, I think we need more than 5 other people or 4 You know what I'm saying? Like this is
Yeah, we're gonna.
this big. I'm all about it, but
It's-
really,
It's definitely a lot bigger than what we are right now. And we will get allies.
wait a second. What'd you say? There was something going on in your room?
Oh yeah.
What happened to your room?
I'll-
You guys
I'll
don't even
fill it.
invite me to the party. You just let me go. That's how it is.
I'll fill in what happened to Trey.
It's just fucking
And then,
bug eyes.
yeah, so, and I think tomorrow at the party,
Are we
Or-
still planning on going to this party?
I think it could be good to get an idea.
Really?
I think we might have
You
in
think?
disguise.
Okay.
Well, right. I think we definitely can't go as us. I might be able to get away with it because my father's gonna be there, but
Yeah.
the rest of us should definitely be in
But-
disguise.
Hey, I gotta tell you. So, I picked up some supplies, and I've been watching you and Merc. He's fucking crazy good, right? I've been watching you guys. Check this out, and I'm gonna pull a couple components out, and I'm gonna cast disguise self and look like Haven.
Holy shit! When? What? Hold on. When did you learn how to do that?
When
Are
you
you-
learn how to do it, whatever. And I'm just gonna try my best to mimic
Start
him.
copying him.
Like, but my voice is so fucking
Yeah.
wrong. No, I'm gonna snap out of it. Just saying. Like,
Well, that's definitely gonna come in use tomorrow.
I
That's awesome.
don't want
Uh,
to be involved in any of the real things though. I'll watch everybody's back.
Okay, you can be our eyes and ears on
Yeah, I don't know if I even
wait.
want to be eyes and ears because of those things. You know,
That's hopefully we can get some answers tomorrow on it.
we gotta tell everybody. Should we tell them right now? Should we go wake everybody up?
No, let them sleep. We'll tell them in the morning. You should get back to bed too.
I'm not gonna be able to sleep now. I feel like I just had a Pepsi. My heart's beating so fast. I'm sorry, guys.
All right,
I'm
you guys-
playing too far
you're
into
fine,
Trey
you're
right now.
You guys head back. You finish your wash. Everyone finishes their long rest. You wake up in the morning. Vale, you can feel like a slight tugging on that tie between the two of you. Head. Did it all hit my head? Oh. Yeah. Okay. Sorry.
Morning.
I'm gonna bust through the
Oh.
door and be like, "The dragons are here!"
Not so loud, please. Oh. What happened?
Are you alright?
I have a very bad headache. Why am I here with... Oh, shit.
That's well.
I am... me.
Look at me.
And they look right at you. Hello?
You're with friends.
Tamlin. Oh,
But you kind
Last
of
night
turned
did-
into a were-shark.
Yeah.
excuse me? I know, I was a halfling. I was not a were shark.
I know. You were
No.
a halfling, and then you were a were-shark. And then you took a very nice long nap. So how about we fix that were-shark business for you?
Trey, shh.
I want to cast snare. I'm like getting my rope out.
I'm hushing him, actively hushing him.
I know. I'm shutting up.
Thale, if you need help, I can try to assist.
I think I've got this. I haven't done this before, but I'm sure it's not so bad. And I'm going to cast Remove Curse. It has no material components. It is only verbal and somatic and requires touch.
Certainly. I will say that, especially with how early they contracted it. Yeah. You can almost see their eyes begin to unsink in a little bit, and they seem a little healthier. Thank you.
Sure.
Why?
Yeah. No. I've never used that spell before. That was fun.
Why was I a werewolf?
Or not anymore.
Why?
I don't know. We suspect that you were poisoned.
The camera pans to Trey's eyes moving to Havelock.
No, this is not how it was supposed to be.
Hi, I'm Theo. What's your name?
I am Tamlin. I know who you are.
And how long have you been impersonating a halfling?
A week or so.
Oh, only a week. Where did she go?
Vacation. Far away. Saw my opportunity and I took it.
Okay. And what are you doing there?
I am hiding. She seems very nervous. From hunters. I'm hiding from hunters. Hunters.
From hunters.
Yes.
And why don't you go home?
You must come with me. You will take me home?
Well, I'm not headed home right now.
No, you must come. I cannot go home without you.
Why?
It's forbidden. I am to bring Vale home.
But I have things to do. I can't just go home.
No, Mother sent us and we cannot go home without you.
Sent us. There's more. You're not the only
I didn't
one.
trust the other one. He failed. I knew I was right.
Mother said we were to retrieve you. First, there was, Vian, but he perished. There was Harlow and myself. But to retrieve you.
We met the perished one. We laid him in a burial, which is when Marmalade joined us. Harlow was with us for a while, but he tired of my indecision to leave and went home.
You did not go home. You're not allowed. Not go home.
Do I see Harlow I know his sense, right?
Yeah. No, I mean this changeling was unconscious in their natural form.
Right. But I've had I always had suspicion of Harlow.
Sure.
No, maybe not for this reason, but
yeah.
Do I, you know?
Yeah. You trying to see if Harlow's around or?
Yeah. Fucking A, I am.
Give me a perception check. A disadvantage because you're doing it by smell.
Okay. It's like a 16. Wait.
You don't smell Harlow.
It's a 16.
Yeah, you don't smell Harlow. My mother said to bring Rail home. Harlow found you, and we did not hear from him. So mother sent me. And I cannot go home without you. You must come.
Okay, just
Tell, is your mom?
one second.
Mom's looking for you.
Yes, I understand that, but just
That's sad. I mean, you should probably,
give me a second.
Trey.
Hold on.
That doesn't work.
I'm gonna just kind of
I'll
like
put you back in your room.
pace over to the corner of the room, and I'm gonna cast Sending to Harlow,
Sure.
and I'm just gonna be like, I'm going to say, Harlow, it's me. We have the other one here with us. She wants me to go home. Where are you?
A few minutes go by.
So quiet. What was that?
I said a couple minutes go by. You hear Harlow's voice. Don't go with her. We'll reach out soon.
He said, don't go with her?
Yeah, he said, don't go with her. I'll reach out soon.
Okay. Okay. It looks a little calmer. She kind of visibly relaxes at that a little bit.
Okay.
And then looks over to the new changeling.
What?
And looks at her and just asks again, why do I need to go home?
I did not say. She said it was important that all family be home. And we were to retrieve you.
If it's so important to be home, and it's so important to be with family, then you can go back. And you can tell them I'm already with family.
Mother already knows. And she'll lift up her arm and you'll see that same mark that Harlow had on. They have on their arm. She hears all, sees all.
Well, good. Then she'll see this. I'm not going. I'm needed here. Return without me.
Mother would like me to show you something. May I? And she pulls up her hand to like touch your head or to touch you.
Fine.
And she reaches out. And as she's reaching out, the rest of you, and you can see her hand kind of change it, just her arm and hand, very elongated fingers, more bony, reach out and they touch your head.
Ah!
And Vale, you're immediately presented with a vision of sorts. You see two people, male and female, that you, I wouldn't say you have any natural memories of, but they seem very familiar, very parental. And you see a beautiful woman there, dressed in very homely clothing. As the mother and father are off doing something, you see her holding a little human baby. and feeding that baby some sort of bottle. And it's from the woman's point of view. So you look down at this little baby in the woman's arms and feeding the baby a bottle, and you can see visibly through when you look at the baby, the eyes begin to shift and change and go white. And the skin begins to go paler. And then she lets go and the vision ends.
What?
I do not know what she showed you, but she wants you to come home.
That doesn't convince me that I need to go home.
Must go.
If anything, that convinces me that maybe I should stay far away.
I will take my leave if you allow it. Thank
Yes,
you
of course.
for
Go.
journeying
Be
me.
safe.
It turns into a human, portly man with a beard, and she doesn't have her chain clothes her clothing, so she just grabs one of the blankets to wrap in and heads out of
I'm
the
gonna
inn.
look at her when she walks by and be like, "You're lucky. There's no takebacks."
Thank you
They leave.
for the interesting evening.
Not another word. They leave their bag and their belongings behind. They don't grab any of their stuff, and they just quickly leave. There's definitely a sense of resignation that they failed, and they're very much they don't know what else to do. Their one plan they had failed, and now they're leaving.
If anything, I spent more time with Harlow, and I trust. I trust him to a degree. If he says not to go, I don't go. I'm assuming that
if
this
everybody's
person
being
is already
quiet,
gone. Like,
Yes,
yeah.
she's headed
So
out.
I said that just kind of out to the group.
Yeah.
Just, I'm not gonna lie. You're the only one of your kind I've met that I feel comfortable around. So,
Suppose I'm the only one of my kind you've met that's never been to the homeland and never met Mother.
I haven't met your mother. I'm sure I would do fine if I did meet your mother because I'm good with moms. Always have been. Let me tell you about I digress. I didn't really I didn't mind Harlow, but there was always. It felt like he was hiding something. So, to answer your question, yeah, you're the only one I've met that's like you that I do feel comfortable around. I definitely don't feel comfortable around that person. And is there something we should be worried about?
The only thing I'm worried about is why they are so eager to get me to a land I've never been to. Every type of communication has been cryptic. Everything has been meant to sway me in one direction or another. And I think with what I was just shown, it was supposed to make me ask questions about where I came from. And I have always had questions about where I came from. That's nothing new.
So you don't know where he came from?
No, I don't know where I came from.
I thought it was
I've
Rivertown.
been
I thought you
wandering around since I could remember.
Does anybody else
fading
have questions
portraits.
where they came from? Hey, Vark.
I already know. It's
Haven.
cool.
Haven.
To go.
Frogman. Merc. I don't think Merc would tell me. It's just,
So, Thale,
don't you want those questions answered, though? I guess. No?
I don't really care to have those questions answered because I don't think there are any answers that could satisfy. What I want answers to is what is going on now and how it can be stopped or rectified or whatever else. So unless Mother has answers about how we can put an end to all of this, I don't much care to hear what she has to say. This is the priority. What is going on right now with the dragons infiltrating everything and the switching the seats of power and the threats on every doorstep, that is what's important. Where I came from has no bearing on that.
a DM, I'm gonna ask my associate about if we know anything about her race and this mother figure who seems more like a deity than anything else.
Me a history check.
Oh, no whammies. Yes, it's a 20. Look, it's a 20.
Everything that there is to be known about changelings across the continent is folklore. The biggest thing, which is we're gonna end in a minute, Chance. So the biggest thing which crosses over into like real folklore is that many people in history and lore discovered their children had been stolen, supposedly, and replaced with these shape-changing monsters, basically. And that's with the natural. That's a consistent story throughout any people who claimed that their children were replaced by these shape changers. Is that it was as a baby. That one day their baby was changed, and then horrible stories. They drowned it in a river, or they threw abandoned in the woods, or things like that. That is the biggest consistent. But beyond that, it's all folklore. These are like most races are known, but this is a very unknown. The numbers, who knows how many there are? There could be a dozen, there could be 20, there could be thousands. Who knows? But
Nothing beyond that. Like
I would say nothing beyond of what their origins are. No one really knows. I would say that's the biggest thing that you realize, that you get. It's not that there's a lack of knowledge, it's that that nobody knows.
Yeah. Okay, cool. Hey, Thale. It's funny. I've got this uncanny connection to the wisdom of the people that are part of my order, and we know that we don't know a lot about your people, but it's sounding like this mother figure is a deity that relies on your people for worship, power, whatever. It seems interesting, and I say interesting because I'm curious, but that they're being called back when all the stories we know of is them showing up, them going out. Correct me if I'm wrong.
I don't know anything about my people. When I was at school, I tried to research the changelings and where they came from and how they came to be and everything like that. And just like you said, nobody knows. And if the vision that I was just given is to be believed, then I believe Mother is the title she gave herself. Because in a way, she created us all. If that vision is to be believed, then at one point, I was human. And then, I wasn't.
That would be fairly consistent with the stories if we are implying that there is an actual change happening. Because all the races that we've known that have interacted with this, it's an infant that is replaced. So the original infant is gone and replaced with a changeling.
But I wasn't replaced. I was changed.
Right, but what I'm saying is the baby that is then taken goes somewhere and could go off through some sort of a metamorphosis.
This vision was strange. I don't think she took me after she changed me. I think she left me where I was.
I believe you were already taken and then changed.
I was handed to her by
Right.
who I assume were my mother and father, if not just two other adult humans. I'm not certain. I couldn't know.
Or there could have been other changelings that were your captors. I'm hypothesizing. I don't mean to be insensitive.
No, it's fine. If anything, now I can speculate on whether or not I was once human. And nothing else, because I don't believe I will ever find the people who sired me, and I don't believe that I will get the answers to satisfy in any kind of way. And so I would rather focus on the task at hand and what we need to do to rectify it. So until this figure who's beckoning me home can tell me that they have answers for me about what is happening and what we need to be doing as a group, then I have no interest. I am not leaving any one of you.
That is an admirable position to be in, and I'm certain I speak for everyone that we appreciate that you want to be here with us.
Well, you're the closest thing to family I've ever known, and I know that's not the truth for any of you, but it's the truth for me.
Hey, at least your family's not trying to kill you. So I mean, you know, there we go. Well, I mean, they were here. They're just trying to convince you to go home. So, anyways,
Listen, Theo, we have your back through all this. So
I think that's a great place to end tonight. Start our next session heading out into the Garden District to prepare for your party in the night, and maybe do some, who knows what kind of spelunking and information gathering you guys are going to be up to. There's a lot to find out. So stay tuned.
Yeah! And stay tuned to the stream schedule because I'll do my best to update it. I don't know if Terra 2 is going to be happening, so as the week unfolds, I'll update that. I can tell you with 1,000% chance next Tuesday you'll be able to check out the Veiled Agency Session 8. Is they do
How
their
will they
thing.
know if they need to check that out?
I don't know how to do
You
that.
need to like, subscribe, follow, hit the notification bell so you know when we're online. and
Bing,
do
I'm gonna. You know what I
things.
needed? I need to go on Amazon and get a bell, like a cowbell. Every time Flash says that, and I'll just hold up a bell and hit it. Ding, ding, ding.
Start being like those call-in infomercials.
I don't care. It works. Infomercials work.
Alright.
Like,
Everyone, stay hydrated.
yeah.
Yeah, it's
yeah,
hot out.
Definitely.
Unless you're in Calgary and then conserve your water.
Yeah, don't drink water in Canada.
Yeah, drink soda and Gatorade.
Starve yourself of everything that keeps you alive.
In Calgary, drink Gatorade because it has electrolytes that your body craves. I'm thinking idiocracy. But it has electrolytes.
Oh boy.
That's what plants crave.
Bye, internet.
That's good.